Welcome back. Story 1.
I, 20 female, have been dating my ex-boyfriend, 20 male, for almost 3 years, and it has always been a toxic relationship. A little bit of background. In the beginning of our relationship, I was such a shitty person, and whenever I would go clubbing or to a party, I would cheat on him with every guy I could. Just kisses, but still not proud of it. I was 16, and I lived for constant attention and validation from guys. My ex found out about the cheating 6 months in the relationship, and we decided to stay together. After that, I would cheat on him again. I stopped kissing guys, but I would text with strangers in a flirty way just to feel more validated, and he found but forgave me every time. A year in the relationship, he did the exchange student, so we did long-distance relationship for 6 months, and in those months, I realized I loved him and stopped doing all the cheating. When he came back, he was a different person, and he treated me so bad. I started being depressed and crying myself to sleep while he was in the same room as me, not giving a shit. It was clear he just wanted to screw around. He made me feel worthless and told me that everyone hated me, including my closest friends. We decided to take a break, but remaining loyal. And he went on holiday where he cheated on me. I was devastated. First, he made me feel so bad about myself, and then he cheated on me. I became numb, blocked him, and started doing one-night stands with random guys, one time also with his best friend. A month later, he came back, begging me to take him back. I didn't want it first, but then I agreed. But when we didn't get back together, we would just see each other in the house and cuddle and watch Netflix. All this time we started seeing each other again, he was paranoid and would get mad if I wanted to go out with my friends clubbing or partying. Reasonable, but it felt like I was in prison. This made me distance myself from him, and I kissed a guy I told him not to worry about. Very shitty of me, I know. I hurt him so much this time. He cried and yelled and started punching the world. I felt all his pain through his words, and I promised myself I would have never hurt him. And so I did. I haven't cheated on him in almost a year now. I don't feel the need to be validated from other men. I love him, and he is my world. Anyway, a few months later, I kissed that guy. I found out he kissed a girl for revenge, and I hate to admit it, but I felt relieved. He couldn't be mad at me for that one guy anymore, and we would have been fine. We decided to take a break a month later because we would fight every time I had to go out with my friends, and I couldn't handle it anymore. But whenever I got drunk, I texted him to see me and to spend the night together. We started seeing again, but this time it was better. Until one day I was using my phone and he saw a chat where his best friend from a few weeks before asked me to see for sex. I declined because I was past that phase and told him nothing happened between me and his friend, but he got mad and was so hurt. So we kind of stopped seeing again. I know, it's frustrating. I then went on holiday with my friends. Lots of partying and clubbing, so you can imagine how mad he was with me. When I came back from the holiday, we managed to see each other again, and this time it was going better. But a month later, he found out that we had sex. For me, it was something way in the past, but for him, it was a fresh scar. This really killed him inside, and he would get drunk and call me and tell me he just wanted to kill himself, that I ruined his life, that he hates me. But he also tells me he can't live without me, and if I ever leave him, he would have nobody else that cares for him. So I didn't leave, even though I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. But then we saw each other and he cried and I just couldn't leave him. Now it's been like 2 months. The scar is still fresh and he still hates me, but things are better. If he needs me, he knows I'm here and I would do everything for him. Sometimes he remembers about me and his friend and stops answering me and tells me to stop texting him, that he hates me and wants to die. But the next day, he answers back and we see and we spend normal days in the bed chilling. He's clearly mad at me and every time I go out, we fight. So to not make him worry more than I already did, I just don't go out. And so we don't fight, and I don't have to beg him to talk with me. I feel like my friends are distancing from me because they always want to go clubbing, but I don't go. Every time I want to do something, I ask him and I feel again like I'm in a prison. I now have no one to talk about my feelings because my friends aren't really my friends anymore. And he, even though I know he cares so much about me, is trying to not care, and I can't tell him anything. Despite everything, I feel like I deserve to be treated like this because I made him this way. He was the sweetest boyfriend in the beginning of our relationship. I know I'm not the best person in the world, but I went to therapy and I worked on myself so much. I now need some advice on what to do next. I'd like to keep seeing him because we care so much about each other and he's my whole world. But it can't go on like this. It's just so exhausting. Also, we have other problems, but I feel like we could work on this relationship and make it healthy. But sometimes I feel like we should just give up on us, or just take a long break and start again from zero. I don't know what to do, and how to make him feel better, and not hate his life because of me. How do I fix this? You can't solve the problem if you're a part of it. You seem like someone who finds it difficult to stay in a committed relationship. Maybe monogamy isn't for you. Every action has a consequence. Let the man go and find someone who truly loves and cares for him as a person. Clearly, that person isn't you. This toxic wasteland you call a relationship is broken way beyond repair. Moreover, you seem like a nightmare to date. Spend your single time getting quality treatment to fix yourself. You sound like you would be best suited for a poly relationship, but you have too many issues to fix first before even entering that kind of relationship. Break up with that man. You can't be monogamous anyway. You can't be with a man who cries every day. It's not fixable because it was never at any stage a healthy, functional relationship. The best thing you could do is end whatever's left and for both of you to spend some time sorting yourselves out. Since I, 25 female, have been struggling with depression and anxiety, my boyfriend, 28 male, has always been very understanding and helped me a lot financially because I was not in the condition to find a job. I am now a full-time sex worker. Toxic masculinity got the better of him sometimes. He didn't want me to do this job because of, basically, random hate towards sex work. But now all seems okay. I work for a strip club and it's not easy money as you would think. The competition is high. We are more than 20 girls, and the only way to make real money is to meet clients outside of the club. My boyfriend's friends are all hating on me for my job and are convinced that he should leave me and that I'm taking advantage of him, which is quite the opposite since I'm trying to become independent from his money. I know he's okay with my work now, but having such friends is making it harder for him to accept my career. I'm sure that if he finds out I'm having sex with other guys, his misogynist circle will convince him that what I'm doing is some sort of crime against humanity. So, long story short, I didn't tell him yet because I'm panicking. I am not proud of lying to my boyfriend, but this is basically the only thing I could do. Before you come judging, please understand how hard it is being in my situation, struggling to find a reason to live, and feeling so dependent. I may have physically cheated on him, but not emotionally. Many of these clients are in love with me and are convinced that they mean something to me, but they obviously don't. And it's hilarious how my BF's friends would label this as immoral. In a world where men do whatever they want for power and money, I'm not even causing pain to anyone. I am just providing some random men a service and helping my boyfriend save more money by paying part of the rent and groceries myself. What should I do here? I just want my job and my boyfriend. But I'm not sure I should tell him or just keep this secret. I feel shitty not to tell him, but I'm afraid that I would lose him. You're physically involved with someone else, which is a form of cheating. While you might justify it as just emotional to yourself, how does he see it? Deep down, you're worried about losing him, which suggests you know it's not right. Your efforts to contribute financially are commendable, but the way you're handling it might not be the best for your relationship. Even if he doesn't see it as cheating, he'll likely feel betrayed. Whether or not you tell him is your choice, but be prepared for the consequences. It seems like he'd prefer to support both of you until you find stable employment, rather than see you take this path. You're putting his sexual health at risk because you're a coward. It doesn't matter if you use protection during sex, nothing is 100%. He has the right to know who he's dating, and he thinks he's dating someone who isn't screwing other guys. Your reason for screwing these guys is irrelevant. Are you completely delusional? This is a lot to unpack here. So what exactly does your partner think your job is? You clearly lied to him when you shouldn't be. I know someone in a relationship who works as a sex worker. She was completely honest with her partner and gave her the option to end the relationship if she wasn't comfortable with it. Him choosing to leave you after you lied to him constantly about having sex with other men for whatever reason isn't misogynistic. It's a valid and healthy reaction to your betrayal. I get that you, as a sex worker, see these things differently, but he would also have to see them differently for it to work. He doesn't, though. So, you're cheating on him, which means it's over as soon as he finds out. Get your finances in order so you can stand on your own 2 feet. You'll probably have to soon.